Yo, what up, YouTube? This is Paco. Just wanted to holler at y'all real quick. Make sure you check out that Revolution mixtape series if you haven't. Shit, bang. I just had some on mine, took some notes. Trying to make it brief and give me if I'm slipping up at words. I just jotted some stuff down. But basically, I want to speak on in reference to this oil situation down south, com- just comparing it to Bush and Katrina. Like, I think at this time, a lot of people are about to see what Obama is really like and about to see his true colors for who he really is. Like we're talking about, you need to look at a man's character, and now you can really see his character. Again, you should have saw it before. A lot of people might be surprised or are gonna be surprised, but really they never should have been surprised. Obama showed his colors a long time ago, showed who he really was through his voting record, even through the things that he was saying. I mean, he was sounding like Bush. I don't know how people couldn't hear it, but anyways, um, I don't know how many people visit my channel that are Obama supporters, but I hope I get more hits from Obama supporters because, like, people in the Ron Paul movement, people in the freedom movement, whatever it may be, libertarian, we need to be taking this opportunity to show people, like, look, this is who your president is. Your president is no different from the last president, the president before. These people are all the same. You know what I'm saying? Regardless of color, regardless of their background, you don't become president. You don't become the premier candidate, number one candidate that the media always talk about 2 years before the election. You don't get to be that person by just being a good man, being a good person. That's what people need to wake up and realize that. And now a lot of people are. So we need to use this opportunity to talk to them and show these people for what's really going on behind the scenes that they may not be catching on the news or that the news ain't even talking about. I mean, I think back and I think like, what if this was what if Bush was still president and this happened? What if McCain got elected and this stuff happened? The same people that were supporting the Democrats, hollering change with Obama, taking pictures with him, all this having faith, hope, working for him, and calling people, walking around. All these people, what are they going to? What would they have done if it happened during Bush and McCain, or Bush or McCain's term? They would be down talking McCain, telling everybody, you see how bad they are, see they messing up. It would be totally different. But now I know a lot of Obama fans. This is why I'm saying this. I know a lot of Obama supporters, or at least people that voted for him, and they may be upset with what's going on, but they ain't really speaking much about it. They ain't really speaking on it a lot. Like I would say, if Bush was president, when people used to diss Bush, it was always popular to come out and talk against him. But I don't hear that same response to Obama yet. But I believe it's gonna come. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, it's gonna show its true colors. But when we turn the tables and think of how it would have been, they definitely would have been downplaying him more than they do on Obama now. Now, if you want to get down and compare him, people was upset that Bush was on vacation, playing golf, not really caring, talking about he could do work from Texas. I mean, all this bullshit. And what is Obama doing? There's a video, and I apologize. I meant to have it up here written down or something to tell you where to go, but there's a video where somebody breaks it down day by day what he was doing. I mean, this dude is what he's on vacation. He's playing golf just like Bush. He's at fundraisers. He's at parties. I think he took pictures with a baseball team. Was on an ESPN, I think, basketball interview. I mean, doing all these things, and he don't show up to the Gulf Coast, if I'm not mistaken, I think 13 days after it happened. And then on top of this, he goes down to the coast. This was reported on Anderson Cooper, a local councilman by the name of Mr. Roberts in that area, reported that when President Obama came down there, BP hired like 300 or 400 workers just for the cameras. As soon as Obama left, the cameras left, all of them people left. They were just hired just for that. And the real amount of workers is significantly less. I think he said they're usually about 40 or 50 workers, and that day they had about 400 or 500. I'm not, it's the numbers are somewhere around there. So this is some bullshit. Now here's some other more bush shit. The camera crew on CBS or CNN is riding, and they're talking to a representative. I forgot who it was they were talking to on the boat. So a representative from BP, I believe. And they're showing the ground workers wiping grass, like to help with the oil. First of all, they ain't even got that many people there. But the couple people they do got, they got them wiping grass with, what is it? Pads. It's it's some type of pads that they're wiping it with, like wiping oil. Like that's actually gonna do something with some cloths. Like again, this is bullshit. Why would if Obama ain't doing this, then why ain't he at least speaking out against it? You know what I'm saying? This is just ridiculous. This is again shit that Bush would have done. And then they get mad at the camera crew on CBS and tell them they can't even record the oil that's coming up on the beach over there. They don't even want them recording it. Who does that sound like? You know what I'm saying? People need to really look at what's going on and what's not going on so they can have an understanding that everything is still the same. And as far as change is concerned, it's meant to be, when he said change, he meant change for the worst. I know he literally meant that. You know what I'm saying? But people didn't. That's why they got misled. Now, in response to the people that are down there helping and fighting, they were talking to some local fishermen, talking about they're getting sick because the chemicals that BP is using is worse than the oil. You know what I'm saying? These people and then the people that down there that are working for BP, they don't even have the protective covering. And I don't care what nobody says. I want you to understand something. If you criminal minded like BP and Obama and the government, and you hire people to be up close at the front line of the real problem, if anybody knows what's going on, it's them. If anybody can see any crookedness, any lies, any misleadings that's going on to the media, to the people, it's them, because they're right there working on it. Why would you want them to live? Think about it. Why would you want them to be alive to tell about that shit? Just like 9/11, you think back at the first responders, you think there's no reason why the government didn't help out those people and help them to keep them alive, keep them safe that are still dying now? Because, man, they were at the front line. Let's delete all the witnesses so the least amount of people possible could be talking about this, so it could not live through history. You know what I'm saying? We need more witnesses. We need more people that was there to come out and speak about this, so we don't got a bunch of people out saying some bullshit or some rumors or a bunch of lies. And you know what I'm saying? We go years of thinking one way when we should be thinking another. So these people down there in the coast is working for BP. For real, BP don't give a fuck about them. And like I said, if you criminal minded, why would you want them to live? It's point blank. That it's just like that. So pretty much they killing them. Some other points that I have. Oh yeah, and in reference to the BP workers, the news tried to talk to them, and they said for them to keep their job, they had to promise that they wouldn't speak to the camera crew or any media. Was Obama speaking out about that shit? This is what I'm talking about. Now people are saying BP is doing so bad, the government got to take over. Now here go another thing, the government taking over some more shit. I mean, again, don't get it twisted. Through the scenes and through the right channels, they're already in control of everything. But just putting it more front forward and more in your face is all they doing, taking more power right in front of you. I just basically people just need to understand, man, that Obama owes BP, man. During the campaign, he gave him the money. You got to take care of the people that took care of you, and they crooks, but they his friends. So that's what's gonna happen. And like I said, we really need to see this thing as it's Bush, man. Like we do if it was Bush, Obama, Bush, all this shit equals the same. Basically, I just want to speak my 2 cents on that. As far as what to do down in the oil, what to put in the water, I'm not big environment scientist or anything like that. But I would say this, even if Obama doesn't have the answer, what you do as a man when you don't have the answer is not try and tell me what the answer is when you know you don't know. The thing to do as a righteous man is to go and talk to people that have good credibility in their field and ask for their opinions and ask for multiple opinions. Nothing wrong with having advisors, but something's wrong when you got advisors who have an agenda and advisors that have a bad credibility. Just like his economist that he talked to, people that used to work for Bush that's still working for Obama that he's talked to, and that's what people need to understand when people tell me, oh well, Obama can't fix it all. He got left this whole mess and all this. Everybody knows Obama couldn't fix it by himself. You need the Congress, and he knew that. So if he was really a righteous man, he would have told the people, I can't change this by myself, instead of blowing smoke up their ass. You know what I'm saying? People say, well, you think Ron Paul going to change if he was president? Nah, I'm not saying if he was president, it would automatically change. The only thing is the country would be more educated. And when the country's more educated, the country could change its fucking self. We don't need no politician to change that shit. And that's the fucking problem. Obama ain't educating nobody. He ain't making nobody smarter. If anything, he's making us dumber. So that's what people need to understand. Nobody's going to have all the answers. I'm not saying Obama needs to fly down there with a cape and swipe up all the oil. But at the same time, them people didn't trick him. He knew them workers were just there for him. He's not stupid, man. He's part of the whole scheme. This isn't BP against the government and they tricking the government now. They all together. Anyways, that's my word. I guess I'll holler at y'all later. Check out that mixtape, man. Shit. All right.